This is the circuit diagram for Ohm's law, and right now it's running live. See those numbers on the wires? 12 volts here, 6 volts there, and a real current flowing all the way around. That's not a guess. That's a simulation of V equals I times R on screen. Stick with me, and I'll rewind to the very start. The 3 parts, the 1 formula, and how to build this yourself, free, and watch the real voltage and current appear. So let's rewind. Ohm's law is the single most important rule in electricity, and it fits in 3 letters. V equals I times R. Voltage equals current times resistance. That's the whole thing. 3 quantities, and each has a job. V is voltage, the push from the cell, measured in volts. I is current, how much charge is actually flowing, measured in amps. And R is resistance, how hard the component fights that flow, measured in ohms. And here's the beautiful part. You only need the simplest possible circuit to see it. 1 cell, 1 resistor, and 1 loop of wire. The cell provides the voltage. The resistor provides the resistance. In the moment you close the loop, a current flows, a current whose size is fixed exactly by Ohm's law. Quick heads up before we go further. Every circuit in this video is drawn in Circuit Diagram Maker, a free website that runs right in your browser. No download, no sign up. Open it in a second tab, and you can build this exact circuit and simulate it yourself. The link is below. Let's draw the circuit diagram properly, with the correct symbols, because in an exam, the symbols earn marks. Start with the cell on the left. 2 lines, 1 long, 1 short. The long line is the positive terminal. The short line is negative. That's your voltage source, your V. Now the resistor, a plain rectangle. Some older textbooks use a zigzag, but the rectangle is the modern standard. That's your R. Join them with straight wires into a single closed loop. And we mark the current with an arrow. Conventional current flows from the positive end of the cell, round the loop, through the resistor, and back to negative. That arrow is your I. Cell, resistor, 1 loop, 1 current. That is the circuit diagram for Ohm's law. Nothing more, nothing less. Now the formula itself, and the trick that makes it easy, the magic triangle. V sits on top. I and R sit underneath, side by side. Cover the letter you want, and the triangle tells you the sum. Want voltage? Cover V. You're left with I next to R. So V equals I times R. Multiply them. Want current? Cover I. You're left with V over R. So I equals V divided by R. Want resistance? Cover R. You're left with V over I. So R equals V divided by I. 1 triangle, 3 formulas, 0 memorizing. Let's put real numbers in. Say the cell is 12 volts and the resistor is 6 ohms. Current equals V over R, 12 divided by 6, which is 2 amps. And to check, V equals I times R, 2 amps times 6 ohms, gives us 12 volts back. It works both ways. Now the moment I promised, the money's shot. Let's stop calculating and actually run it. Here's a real series circuit in the free editor, a 12-volt source, and 2 resistors in a loop. I press Simulate, choose DC operating point, and run. And look, the real numbers land right on the diagram. 12 volts at the top, 6 volts at the middle node, 0 at the bottom, and a current of about 600 microamps flowing through the loop. The software solved Ohm's law for us. 12 volts across 20,000 ohms of total resistance gives that 600 microamp current. I equals V over R. And the voltage across each resistor? 6 volts. I times R, exactly what the formula predicted. This is Ohm's law, alive, on a real circuit diagram. Here's where it clicks. Ohm's law isn't just a formula to plug numbers into. It's a promise about what the circuit will do. So let's test it. Take our simple 12-volt cell and 6 ohm resistor. The current was 2 amps. Now double the resistance to 12 ohms. Nothing else changes. What does the current do? Ohm's law says I equals V over R, 12 over 12. So the current halves to 1 amp, double the resistance, have the current. And it works the other way with voltage. Keep the resistor fixed, but double the voltage. Twice the push, twice the flow. The current doubles. That's the real power of V equals I times R. Change 1, and it tells you exactly what happens to the rest. In the editor, edit a value, press simulate, and you watch the prediction come true. So how would you actually measure this in a physics lab? 2 meters, and where they go is a favorite exam question. The ammeter measures current, so it goes in series, right in the loop, in line with the resistor, so the same current flows through it. To add 1, you break the loop and slot it in. The voltmeter measures voltage across the resistor, so it goes in parallel, connected across the 2 ends of the resistor, side by side. You don't break the loop for a voltmeter. You just clip it across. Ammeter in series, voltmeter in parallel. Say it twice, and it's yours. Read the ammeter for I, read the voltmeter for V, and you can prove Ohm's law on the bench. Divide V by I, and you get R. Before your test, 5 quick habits that win easy marks. 1. Always check your units. Volts, amps, and ohms. If a value is in milliamps or kilo ohms, convert first, or your answer will be out by 1,000. 2. Rearrange with the triangle, not from memory. Cover the letter you want. The triangle never lies. 3. In a series circuit, the current is the same everywhere. One value of I all the way around the loop. 4. Draw the circuit with correct symbols and a current arrow. Need diagrams with the right symbols score better. And 5. Practice reading a value straight off a simulation. Build the circuit, press simulate, and check your hand calculation against the real numbers. And when you do this for real in the lab, always follow your teacher's safety rules. Low voltage, but good habits start early. So here's everything you now know. Ohm's law is V equals I times R. The circuit is the simplest there is: a cell for voltage, a resistor for resistance, and one current flowing around the loop. The triangle gives you all 3 formulas. V equals IR, I equals V over R equals V over I. Double the resistance and the current halves. The formula predicts it, and the simulation proves it. Ammeter in series, voltmeter in parallel. That's the circuit diagram for Ohm's law, sorted. Open Circuit Diagram Maker, build it, press simulate, and watch the real voltage and current appear for yourself. It's free, it runs in your browser, and the link is right below. Subscribe if this made Ohm's law finally click, and good luck in your test.